Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another race in the League Pass League Season 5. Today we got an open match for you. A lot of open matches going on, and here's one of the good ones. We've got Amish Paradise playing the Pug Hunters, Danny Music versus Sean Rhapsody. I'm JP. I will be joined by Drosy shortly. Yeah, gonna be a good one here tonight. Let's pull up these two teams, see where they are. So, yep, Amish Paradise has already clinched their playoff spot. Amish Paradise has already clinched their playoff spot. And Pug Hunters are third in the Castle Tower. So this is an inter-division matchup. So Amish Paradise had 27 points, Pug Hunters 21. And yeah, Pug Hunters really needs... Actually, I think Pug Hunters is probably playing for a wildcard spot at this point, I think. Yeah, Amish Paradise has already clinched their spot. I believe Drossy's here with us.
Yeah, hey. Amish Paradise is looking for a first-round bye. Pug Hunter's most likely trying to play into a wild card spot, but you never know if both of the teams above them lose out and they win out.
According to the standings page, the two teams above them, the Pug Hunters, have already clinched playoff spots.
Yeah, but one of them could wind up in a wild card.
Oh, good point. Okay. We're underway already. Oh, okay. Escape is at Lumberjack.
Not a bad place for it to be. As long as you can, get to the back of Escape through Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, definitely not the worst. It looks like I got Hearts in the Bush Crab. Got Clippy for Sean and some version of Link for Danny Music. Oh, nice. 8-bomb from the tree pole.
Yeah, always nice to get bombs early. Especially when you want to open as many entrances as you possibly can.
There's some nice blue mail early. That looked like Magic Bat.
Well, as long as we're not seeing Useless Fairy, we're clearing things out of the way, hoping that Useless Fairy is sitting at Ganon Drop and we don't have to do Aga 2.
So far, they're staying... Well, actually, no, that was different entrances. Oh, hey, there's Super Bunny top. Oh, there's the well, but you're gonna need a glove for that. That's fine, better than the alternatives. Here's our fourth drop-down check, and it is Ganon.
Okay, so we don't need to beat Aga 2 to get to Ganon. There's Sean taking advantage of that drop down to do a Houlihan. Ooh, and there's a bow in the Thieves' Hideout.
This feels like the LTTP horn pack.
It's called A Link to the Brass. Danny wrote it himself.
Fair enough.
He doesn't call himself Danny Music for nothing.
That is Aga Tower, I think at the Castle Tower entrance? Did Aga just move downstairs?
Tower got shorter.
Is this the tower from Link's Awakening where you blow up the pillars and it or what's the word I'm thinking? Not necessarily implodes, but
Unfortunately, I don't actually know Link's Awakening.
there's a tower in Link's Awakening for one of the dungeons. You blow up 4 pillars and basically the top of the tower comes down a level so you can reach it.
Oh, nice. Like a pokey.
Something like that. Actually, yeah. Well, there's Ice Palace. I'm trying to track these entrances on my own map tracker, but trying to follow both runners is really tough. Was that a hook shot?
I actually missed it. But there's Sick Kid. We don't have a bottle for him yet. Our tracker's saying yes.
So that's either locked behind the mirror and Dark World access, or we need to find a connector to get over there. There's Uncle. I'm giving up on this tracking because I don't think I'm going to keep up.
Well, we don't even need the hammer of the mirror to get to Uncle. That's the one drop down that you can very easily get to from either side. And hey, there's a bottle to give to Sick Kid. Sean's probably going to wish he explored Kakariko a bit more thoroughly. Oh, Spike Cave at Smith's house. And hey, Danny is the first to achieve Hotel Mario %.
I think
that's vanilla, isn't it?
I think so.
And there is Swamp just north of the 5 Flute location. Of course, we have no idea if it's a pendant or a crystal or where the dam is, or where flippers are to, actually get in once we find the dam. Ooh, Danny finds the bottom of Speckrock Cave, realizes this, so he's going up to see what the item is that he can just grab. Just a big 20.
See, he needs the money. He's only at 2 rupees.
Yeah, kind of impressive he's, this far in and has a weapon and everything, but has, 0 money. He also hasn't gotten any bombs. Or is that an 8? No, that's a 0. Oh, and Sean finds the powder, which we know where Magic Bat is. Oh, Danny finds a Gina, but doesn't have bombs for it. So it looks like Sean may now be doing all these CAC checks.
Yep. Looks like he's heading that way. Kind of looking again at those standings. Like as we said, the Amish Paradise, they're in the playoffs already. Puck Hunter's trying to get in. Looks like they're competition right now.
Yeah, this is a cross-divisional matchup, so that makes things a little bit more complicated.
Yeah. As of right now, looks like Asahi, between Asahi and Kabuki, one of those two are taking one of the wild card spots, and looks like Puck Hunters would technically be in the second if the season ended today. but we still have a week left after this.
Yeah, this is also... These teams, I believe, first matchup this... No, it's their second, right?
Let's check.
Trying to...
Actually, I think it's their
jack up too
first,
many
because
things at once.
Amish Paradise is 9-1.
Okay.
Yes, they have not played. This is their first match of the week.
Okay, that's what I thought, and then I was second-guessing myself. But given that NDA just lost earlier tonight, Amish Paradise would actually clinch their division by winning this, and therefore a first-round bye.
Yeah, game 2 is set for Sunday night at 7:10 Eastern. Amish Paradise, Pug Hunters, Dapper Warman, and Solski playing.
We really haven't found too many keys yet. I noticed Sean just got a Meyer Small because he could afford Bottle Bender, and that's only the second key we've seen behind a single pod key. I didn't see where Danny found Paradox Cave, but so far nothing useful in it other than he hadn't gotten bombs yet, so now, you know, he's at least able to load up on his bombs.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything in there.
And now Sean gets his bottle and he knows where Sick Kid is, so let's see if he goes back there sometime relatively soon to check that. Oh, and Danny finds our first connector. Quite a take on the bunny music for this MSU.
I'm just seeing a lot of crossing paths right now. What is going to be our first big item? And the bow is nice, but without finding something else, it doesn't really help us yet.
If we found Eastern and Eastern Big...
Or we found Pod.
with one small key. I mean, that does let us, you know, do something in Pod besides Shooter Chest.
Yeah, the bow does give us 2 extra checks regardless. Or Blind Set. Anything good here? Sword, I'll take that. Cape,
yeah, Cape is nice since we know where Bumper Cave is, and we haven't been able to use its connector yet.
Yeah, good finds. Now you can run through enemies while dashing. Something you're going to enjoy this week, because next week you might not get to do it much.
Because you won't know what the enemies are. Oh, so that was a Witch's Hut. Interesting. Bit of an out-of-the-way location. Oh, and what do you know? Red mail in 12 minutes.
Now it's the golden paperclip. I think Danny missed that because he didn't have bombs.
Yeah, there are a few things he missed, like we never did see the back of Vegeta, which Sean is about to show us now. Just some more bombs.
Not gonna check the brothers connector for now. Don't know if we saw that on Danny's side, actually. Oh, actually, probably not, because you didn't have bombs.
Right.
There's sick kid. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, Danny are first to actually get there with the bottle, but nothing useful. I mean, other than, well, the early bow, it is nice to have arrows for it.
So I just realized something. We know where Ice Palace is. We know where Sword is. We've got Bombos. Are you? I wonder how deep you could go into Ice Palace right now. I've seen Moon Pearls in Ice Palace. Just saying.
Oh, and a sword in the back of Chicken Hut. So that was another one that Danny couldn't do without bombs. Yeah, he must have poked his head in there at least.
Oh, okay. Now let's say this. I was wondering if Sean was actually going to make that play into ice, but I don't blame you for not doing that right now.
Especially without hammer or hook shot or Samaria.
Hey,
Oh, and
yeah, that cape.
Danny's able to get through the barrier, and we find the back of Skull Woods. We don't have a fire source to get to the end, but we can get Bridge Chest.
And speaking of Skull Woods,
Well, since the front of Skull Woods is always some permutation of the vanilla Skull Woods entrances, we can go in here. Sean will bunny revive. Of course, with red mail, it's kind of hard to do that.
one thing he might not have been aware of is you can just get grabbed by a hand, and it does the same thing. Just a little tip
I'm
for you.
not sure. I'm not sure I knew that. Interesting. Oh, and here's the Bombos coming into play.
Yeah, if you get grabbed by the hands, it'll basically bring you back to the front as a bunny. Or not as, I mean, out of bunny form. Yeah, Danny got some powder. I think Magic Bat, is that nearby? I think so. That's a convenient powder placement.
Yeah, I think Sean just saved and quit out of there.
Oh, no, never mind,
No.
that's scary.
Uncle's
Oh,
used...
no! Oh, yeah, sorry.
We haven't seen the well yet. Does that mean the well's at Ganon, and therefore there are 5 items behind Agatu?
No, we saw the well. I think the well's at, it's at the Sanctuary.
Oh, well's at Sank. So what haven't we seen?
We haven't seen an item cave of some kind. Lumberjack, I think? Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 1 item behind Agatu, then. And we find a pod key in that castle tower entrance.
I think Sean had a mass. Okay, there he goes. Yeah, okay, he did know that you could grab by the hand. Okay,
Ooh,
real
and-
boots.
Yeah, that's nice. That opens up several Bonk Rocks entrances. We know that we don't need it in desert because I believe it was just some bombs on the torch.
Yep, that sounds right. Those boots are out of logic, though.
Oh yeah, because we had to bunny revive to get them. They're locked. They're logically behind the Moon Pearl. And now Sean's gonna get wall mastered here, so he doesn't have to burn the key he just picked up.
No offense to Danny, I don't necessarily agree with leaving red mail behind right now, especially when it was like a couple extra steps. Like, you only have 5 hearts.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, the game may force you to bunny walk to some crazy place.
I mean, I get not wanting it before like death warps, but I think overall at this point it's a better pickup than not.
There's a key on Bumper Ledge. May or may not be needed.
Okay, we got a... See, this is where Red Mill's going to come in handy, because Sean can basically just damage boost through this.
Yeah, and this is a logically accessible connector. The chest isn't in logic, but it's in logic to be able to traverse the connector and wherever it leads to.
Yeah, so... But yeah, you can open this as well because you fell, and just 50 rupees, but... Let's see where it goes. That's a good connector to know.
Interesting, yeah. To come back to with the mirror, for instance. Was that Quake for TR, it looked like?
Yes, it is.
Oh, chat's saying that Bunny Walking Spiral Cave isn't in logic.
But Sean finds Ganon's tower.
And
Key on the torch. Yeah.
Since he has the boots, he's gonna Bunny Revive and get that small key off the torch.
As well as 2 items on the right.
Again, logically behind the Moon Pearl, but not logically behind anything else, and that's 2 Meyer Smalls already. Makes you wonder if when we find Meyer, there'll be something on the left side.
Yeah, that's about all the Myers Walls are good for.
Yeah. All 3 Meyer Smalls, and you put the 2 chests on the left side in logic. Oh, we find Ether. A little bit faster than Bombos if you're just trying to clear out a room.
Hype Cave with the Moon Pearl.
Hype Cave is actually hype.
And a mushroom. Wasn't paying attention where Danny found that. Let's see. Okay, mini Molten Cave.
Okay, so nice Sphere 1 Moon Pearl.
I'll take back what I said about that Moon Pearl and Ice Palace. They're just gonna put Hammer in there now.
Forget, was there anything useful in Paradox, like a sword, and that was about it or something? No, the sword was in Blind's Hut.
Yeah,
I feel like Paradox was just kind of useless.
it was.
And Sean still doesn't have any arrows to use his bow, either. But, I mean, fighter sword better than nothing.
We haven't seen...
Yeah, it can't hit that switch, though.
I don't think we've seen much for dungeons other than that Ice Palace. Well, we saw GT as well, and Back to Skullwoods.
And we saw Swamp.
Okay. Let's say we haven't seen much for dungeons, but we kind of have.
Okay, so I don't believe Sean went back and did Magic Bat after finding the powder, so this is our first look here.
Oh, big key to pod.
Okay, so if we found Pod, we now could actually do a fair amount in it. Are you one of those people who's able to tell what all the dark connectors are?
Actually, yeah. If I can... If I have, at least if I have a sword or something, I can, like, take a few steps and kind of feel around the walls, but yeah, I can usually tell.
Okay, so Sean did remember to go back to Magic Bat. And I believe Danny's the first now to actually show us where Bumper Cave goes. Ooh, Meyer area access. That's nice. We won't need to find the flute to get here.
Here's the potion shop. You got a mushroom. Turn the mushroom in. You can.
Yeah, it's just a bit inconvenient.
Well, waterfall has nothing.
Yeah, Sean really needs to go to Mini Moldorm location and get his Moon Pearl out of Mire, out of Hype Cave. Now that we know how accessible Hype Cave is.
Yeah, we saw a double quick for medallions, so those 2 medallions we found not useful for entrances.
Because of course, though depending where the fire rod is, bombos could still be required for ice.
Taking a look at these 2 runners this season, Danny Music is 5-0 so far. Sean Rhapsody's 4-2. But I will say Sean is also unbeaten in solo matches. He's 3-0 when playing solo.
Yeah, these are both 2 quite strong teams.
Yeah. Danny's teammate Dapper Wormman is also 5-0, and he's going to be playing on Sunday.
And he's going to be facing Solsky, who's not exactly a slouch.
Yeah. Oh, there's Meyer. Danny doesn't have a weigh-in yet.
Right. Figures. Oh, and Sean is so close to Hype Cave, he's just come around the wrong way.
Yeah, if he was just in the Ice Palace area, or not Ice Rod area, kind of rough. Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it's really isolated yet, but it's kind of getting there.
Yeah, I don't think he's gone south from Link's house at all.
But that's an analogic flute.
Interesting. Flute behind flippers.
Now with boots, Sean, he's just gonna actually check this entrance.
Just a fortune teller. Yeah, I mean, he could charge a water walk and see what's in the waterfall ferry entrance. I think I liked Sean's method of, using bombos in this room better.
Yeah. Never forget about those medallions.
As Sean now activates the flute. I don't think Sean's been to the mountain yet, so the flute will give him his first Death Mountain access.
I don't know why, but Clippy looks angry right now. I think it's the eyebrows.
I see what you mean. Just need some nice arched eyebrows to make anyone look angry. Have we seen anyone follow this Spec Rock Cave connector?
I don't think so. There's real boots for Danny. Oh, that's a good connector, too.
Yeah. Again, one that you definitely want to come back to with the mirror. It is interesting, the game really hasn't been giving us many keys so far.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Sean's gonna find Blind's hut, get a master sword and a cape. Yeah, it's not much for keys, so not much for dungeons either. I mean, with both runners now having boots, you could start exploring Mire, but I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, and if we could just get a fire source, we could beat Moth.
So what it feels like in these early games of cross keys is, I can do this, but do I want to do this?
Well, I mean, 6 Hearts Red Mail and Master Sword, at least, is something. It's more just that, you know, do you want to partial clear dungeons?
Yeah. Big key swamp.
Well, that unlocks one check. Once we actually, you know, find the dam and the flippers and the swamp small and the hammer.
Yeah, it feels like so far they've been finding stuff, but it's like, haven't had that big find yet.
Yeah, and we're already half an hour in, which it doesn't feel like, just because, you know, nothing's really opened up the seed.
Yeah, the first half hour of a cross key seed, especially when you're racing, it just kind of flies by.
Okay, so Danny will find GT entrance actually in Logic, though he still doesn't have Samaria or the hammer, so he's not going to be able to get more than the same 3 items Sean got. Still don't have a glove even now that we're here in Logic.
Yeah, I'm trying to. We still have a good amount of stuff to check, at least for what we know in Logic. I think there's still more Dark World checks. I don't know if we have access to East Dark World yet.
No, I don't think we have seen any connector over there, have we? Nice Master Sword strats on the ball and chain guards there from Sean.
Alright, Sean checking the ledge. No book, so can't check desert, but you can check Agina. Or Gina Cave, to be correct. Which is nothing.
The entrance to Ice Rod Cave you don't want.
In the area, it's getting close to his Moon Pearl.
I hope so. I hope he realizes that he hasn't gone across the bottom yet. Danny giving us some village checks that Sean couldn't give us when he got here. But none of them are amounting to anything so far. A mirror would be nice. A fire source would be nice. Game doesn't seem to want to give us any of the above.
There's Hookshot Cave. You could check one chest in there.
Yeah, you have the boots. There's something in Logic. Does he forget that he has the boots, or does he forget that that checks in Logic with the boots? Or does he want to take the connector and He's waiting until he's checked other things so he can just combine that with the connector.
Yeah, he's leaving it alone for now.
Huh.
Got another key, Skull Woods this time.
Also interesting because one more small would actually put Moth in logic once we get the fire rod.
I mean, he remembers he's got boots. Honestly, I might have also wanted to check that that Hookshot Cave connector, just because I know where Hookshot is.
Yeah, and it's relatively unlikely it would dump you at something you can't clear. Ooh, here's Thieves Town. This was at the bomb shop location, right?
Correct. And no big keys, so no access to the back.
No hammer or small key either, so you might think twice about doing the back even if you had the big key.
Okay. Well,
Mirror is a nice find.
yeah, go immediately to your left and get that hook shot.
I think that's what Danny's doing. And hey, what do you know? Hookshot Cave's right there too. Actually, I'm surprised he didn't, just check Cave 45 entrance en route.
I think he already saw where K45 let out.
Okay. I didn't realize there was a connector to it.
Well, now things are starting to open up a little bit.
Yeah, we did have that connector. I forget where Sean found it, but the connector to Mimic Cave area. So that's two more entrances that Mirror's opened up.
I mean, we also saw the floating island entrance, so there's a lot.
Skullwood's big key is that one check, and Danny's about to get it along with the other 3 checks.
Our container bombs and a blue boomerang. Just gonna see where the connector takes him.
I'm impressed Danny was able to do that the way he did without falling in.
Oh, there's Samaria.
Also made available by the mirror. So now all of a sudden ice starts to look a bit more attractive, though we still don't have the hammer. Meyer would look attractive if we had the big key. Sean will be getting his mirror shortly. Yeah, so JP, do you know which connector Danny's in right now? Is this old man?
Yep, this is old man.
Just because I saw him moving to the left, I like that in the middle, I figured he had come into Old Man Cave from the Death Mountain side, or at least figured that's what he was doing.
Yeah, if you find the entrance on a dark entrance on Death Mountain, it's most likely Old Man.
Yes, Old Man Cave has to come out on Light Death Mountain so that you can return the Old Man. Which is nice for the spawn point.
Specifically West Light Death Mountain.
Right.
So Sean's got his mirror. He can also go pick up that hook shot now, which I imagine he's going to go do.
And speaking of hookshot, since we just found Hera and don't have the big key, the hookshot will let us do Moldorm. I would expect Danny to do that. Danny doing the bomb setup even though he has boots.
Well, this setup is actually honestly pretty free. Like, the boot setup is faster if you can get it clean, but if you can't get it clean, that bomb setup is pretty much free.
That's fair. Ooh, CT small, so now we can get the second item in there. Would be nice to see a sewers key so that we we know we don't need the second CT small. Interesting that the track didn't change over to boss music.
It's a glitch in entrance mode for Hera. Forget exactly what the reason is behind it.
But hey, 41 minutes, first crystal of the game for Danny music.
There's Pyramid Fairy, Boomerang, and Shields.
Can we call that French vanilla because it would be vanilla if it were the Waterfall Fairy?
I think so. It's... I almost want to start saying Neapolitan because you got a shield from there, which normally you get a fire shield for, so you got the wrong shields in the wrong waterfall. And then you also got a boomerang in the wrong waterfall.
The shields are progressive, so it's not his fault that it's the wrong shield.
That is true. Could have waited a little longer and then it'd be the right shield. That's Old Man Cave, the other side. Because I think Sean walked a few steps in. If you walk a few steps in, but don't keep walking, which you kind of try to keep... You gotta be careful in a cave.
Oh like yeah, if you start feeling a bit of resistance because there's drop down the ledge.
Exactly. You gotta be a little careful, so you want to like almost tap the up button and see if you get resisted by anything. If you do, you know that's the front of Old Man Cave. So I think there's basically 5 dark caves you can find. Another one that's easy to figure out is if you walk forward and as you're pushing up, you start walking diagonal rights. Then you'll know which cave you're in. That's one of the other connectors. So we got a book.
And with the Master Sword, we can do Ether and Bombos tablets. We have access to both of them.
True, as well as the desert entrance.
Right.
The other two you can walk forward in. You got to be a little more careful on those to figure out which one's which. I'm trying to think of the best way I can think of is if you start walking forward and you fall down on one of them, you can figure out which one you're in.
Hey, JP?
Yeah?
We have East Dark World access.
Oh, nice.
Sean has to bribe Kiki to come back the way he came.
And that's true extortion. Is Kiki steps up the trap. He's like, "Oh, you need to open this door. You got locked out. That's 100 rupees."
110.
And he could have gotten back in if you had just walked a little further.
Yeah, you could see that momentary pause of, oh. Hey, and look what Danny's about to discover. Going completely the other way about things.
Yeah, today, I mean, we talk about Kiki being a scammer sometimes, but today that truly was a scam. That was a setup.
Okay, ice small, so that'll allow better traversal when we find ice. I'm sorry, when we do ice, we found it already. We found it pretty early.
So this is a situation. I mean, Sean's not going to do this, but this is a situation where I might set up something knowing where the back of escape is. I might check the first chest, grab the key, and take a death. Do the save and quit, and then check the rest of the back of escape. And if I find nothing, reset and keep that key. It's too late for Sean to do that, but Danny still potentially has that option.
Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking whether you'd want to do it. It's a little bit of a hike to get back here is the only thing.
Oh, Danny's got a big key to Meyer.
So, we can beat Meyer. Have to orphan the left side, but we can beat it.
Never mind, I didn't see Sean set this up, but he did exactly what I said.
Oh, yeah, he took a death, like, right when he came in, I think.
Yeah, I saw him take a death. I didn't register that he'd already grabbed the key by then, but... Oh, no, he didn't grab the key. He
didn't. So we'll have to go back for the key, but it's available.
Yeah, so he found nothing, so he just decided to reset. He can grab that key again now and go to the back.
And both runners have Zora money now. Zora technically not in logic without either flippers or glove, but that's not going to stop them.
Will this Bombos tablet have anything? It has a map. We have no... Other than that Herifine, we have not gotten any dungeon info yet. I guess Sean found out the desert's a crystal.
Oh, Danny is not going to check Desert Entrance with that book. I guess he didn't want to lose his portal.
I mean, you could return to the Dark World and then portal a little lower, but... no, he doesn't have flute yet. I was going to say he could flute back over there, but he does not have the flute yet. That flute was on Hobo.
Well, the thing is, if you check Desert Entrance and it doesn't go anywhere, you're kind of stuck.
True.
Because the blocks return to their original positions once you come out the entrance. Also, Danny has Mirror and he knows where a connector to Mire area is, so we can always just mirror from the Mire area and not even use the book. Did Sean find that connector to Mire area? I can't remember.
I don't think so. That was through Bumper Cave.
Right. Yeah, Sean hasn't done Bumper Cave. I mean, he saw the entrance, but he hasn't traversed it.
Here's something we haven't seen explored yet. I think one of the runners saw this, but just bailed out almost right away. So, I'm gonna go. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say with Samaria we can go all the way forward, though we still don't have a fire source to do that part.
We also don't have any keys yet, so I think the only chest you can really get logically in here right now is the chomps. Though you can also get the lava chest, and you can do it somewhat safely because you're not overly worried about keys in a entrance rando Turtle Rock.
Oh, Sean just found the back of Hookshot Cave.
Oh, Danny not going for chomps.
I think he wants to see where the connector takes him. Though I guess there's no reason he couldn't go to chomps first. Well, I guess now that he's here, he's just gonna check desert entrance. So that is a bit... I'm a bit surprised when he discovered that exit that he then didn't go in and do chomps.
Oh, so desert entrance is a connector. A good connector.
Oh, nice, yeah. Always want to find bumper ledge. Hey, that's all 3 Mire smalls, so now if we have a fire source, we can full clear Mire.
I'm still, for the most part, avoiding the dungeon dips.
Yeah, have we seen where the old man's spawn point is? I don't think Danny's saved and quit to old man, has he?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb entrances. Haven't seen these yet. Ooh, back of Desert. Sean's gonna steal the key, because we have seen Front of Desert. He might do those 2 checks at some point next time he's back around Desert.
Look at the front of TR. 1 check in logic.
Come on, Fire Rod.
Hammer!
I'll take hammer. So, Ice Palace is now completable. Danny doesn't have the ice small, though, so he'd have to watch his routing.
And there's Pod. You could clear Pod right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, we do have bow and hammer and the big key and enough small keys.
Yeah. With what you've got, you could avoid opening the front... never mind. I was going to say you could avoid opening the front door and check one of the isolated spots, but if you're going to open the front door, then you want to go to the back and then not check those other 2 isolated chests. So you can get 12 of the items in here?
Yeah. As long as you can hammer jump, which I'm assuming both of these runners can. Danny was about to catch it, then realized both of his bottles actually had goo in them and would rather save the goo.
I think Sean just found Meyer. Doesn't have the big key that Danny picked up. Forget where Danny found that.
I can't remember either.
But he's not going to check it for now. Big key to Eastern.
So that's another full clearable dungeon if we can find it. I mean, the Eastern skippers would love this. You know, Eastern Big and Bow, and you haven't even found Eastern yet.
Yeah, Danny's going to the back.
Makes total sense.
It does have some dark rooms coming up. Should be able to handle them, but without even a fire rod, it could get annoying if some of these turtles get off track.
Yeah, you might have to bombos them. Wow, nice job taking down 4 that quickly. And there are the last 2. Wow, that's impressive.
If you can follow the pattern, you can easily get them out down in the correct order without having to worry about too much.
Hey, and Sean's back in Hyrule Castle. He knows there's nothing in the front, stole the key, and now he's gonna go to the back. Logically, you need the lamp to be at Dark Cross because Entrance Rando doesn't allow for Fire Rod Darkroom logic.
There's the second crystal. Sean got Starcross. Looked like it was a 300.
Given his cash load, I'd say so.
So Danny heading to the back. Sean looking for the key rat. I think he's got it. So this will basically allow him to skip Aga, but is it worth it? No.
So, the entirety of Escape is garbage. Looks like Sean's gonna pull Bombo's tablet now. We haven't seen an ether check, have we? Or did Sean do
did
that?
it.
Okay. I was just realizing he just recently got Samaria. He already had book. He must have checked ether, but I didn't catch it. I'm assuming junk.
Yeah, I think it was a piece of heart.
Chat remarking that we are just about an hour in and haven't seen either gloves yet.
That's not too uncommon, to be honest.
I mean, they do right. That means we can't actually finish ice.
Yeah, we need a glove to finish ice.
That is so annoying. It's one of those things that only ever comes up in entrance rando. Hey, there's bottle number 3 sitting in pod big chest.
Oh, that first glove could be sitting in ice.
You never know. And 4th bottle. Okay, bottle percent. It was the bottle maze, clearly.
Well, there's not a lot of entrances left to check. We're getting down there. There's still some, but at some point you gotta start thinking about dipping dungeons, even if you can't complete them.
Danny doing a current jump just for the convenience so that he doesn't have to go back around.
There's the lamp.
Oh, how about that? So we've had access to that for a bit. Floating island and all. Okay, so lamp opens up quite a bit. We could do Hera Basement, not that anyone would want to do Hera Basement. We could do Back of Skull Woods out of logic.
John going into GT. You don't have a hammer, so you can't do... Yeah, you can't do anything on the left side. You can sequence break the right side.
But first, pause for a few tiles from our sponsor.
What is the Hyrule? What would the word for a tile layer be? I know there's a specific profession for it. I can't think of the word off the top of my head.
Yeah. No, I know what you're getting at, and I do think there's a word for it.
Oh, Sean was just checking tile room, not gonna sequence break.
And the mushroom just gave us the Hera map, and we already know what Hera is. So much for that.
I mean, whoever lays the tiles in Hyrule, they definitely have some magic to them. So is Sean gonna dip Meyer? He is. Unfortunately, no big key, so can't
Oof.
clear it.
Yeah, this is unfortunate.
Well, there's some info. Green pendant Meyer, blue pendant Swamp, and then Crystalline Ice.
Actually, that reminds me, we have not found either the Bomb Shop or Sahasrara.
Yeah, we're an hour in now. We're starting to move to the dungeon exploration phase of Cross Keys.
Okay, there's the lamp for Danny, so that should help him with some exploration. Yeah, the interesting thing about Sean being in Mire is we don't even know if a Mire dive is needed at all. I mean, well, TR small, logically, it's probably needed. Though TR could be our third pendant. Nice rail clip there for Sean. So Danny has the hammer and the hook shot. He is going to do left side GT.
Big key to ice on Sean's side.
Yeah, that's logically required. And the second ice small, okay.
I'd say you kind of want to go to ice, but no, well, at least we know where hammer is, and it's not nice. But I don't know when Sean's gonna find the front of TR. I don't even remember where the front of TR is.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, the tracker's saying it's Graveyard Ledge.
Oh, right, because, as I recall, King's Tomb was also something useful.
Small to Swamp, okay.
From
That-
my desert.
That's actually rough, because I think Sean... I think you gotta keep it. I was gonna say, Sean, that the key he had is from left side, or the back of Desert. So I think he had set up another Death Warp to potentially save Scum that key, but... Yeah, I think you gotta keep those in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what TR is, but it's likely a crystal. Fourth pod small in Rando room.
Oh, Sean's dipping ice.
Without the hammer, yuck.
Now... Man, I think the only way this is really bad for him is if... Well, it's good and bad if a glove's here.
Yeah, I guess the hammer lock checks are also glove locked. So it doesn't actually hurt him that much.
I don't know if Danny's... I think Danny's picked up a Tempered in here. I don't think he's picked up anything else.
I mean, some keys.
Anything behind Ice Armos? A vanilla key. And that's it. Yeah, that left side GT gets a Tempered. That's about it. Danny heading to the right. This might just be a tile room play, or he might go for the sequence break.
Yeah, that small key allows him to go past tile room. Otherwise, he wouldn't have even had the option.
Oh, Sean finds the big key to desert. Okay. Unfortunately, you just use the small key to desert, so you can't beat desert now.
Watch the small key to desert also be in here or something crazy like that.
I had been quiet for a minute there because I wanted to see if it happened, but nope.
So, our only remaining check here is iced tea room.
Danny is going for the sequence break.
Yeah,
But-
not something you see every day.
Let's say
He
he's
doesn't-
almost out of magic, but there's a full magic there, so he's fine.
Yeah, and since he's doing it with the lamp, like, we don't really have to worry about running out of magic now.
So nothing in ice for Sean.
I mean,
the
Desert Big is something.
Okay, yeah, sorry, Desert Big he got, but yeah, otherwise, I think he's gonna check that Desert Big immediately. Just a piece of heart.
And Danny's starting to get low on health, though he does have a red goo. I remember the first time, like a few years ago, the first time someone actually did the bomb jump and got through this room without fire rod in a race, and like everyone was like, whoa. And now it's just like, you figure if people want it desperately enough, they'll do it. But it's no longer like, only a couple of people can do this.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, I haven't figured it out yet. Looks like Danny's given up.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Sean did a quick map check. We didn't learn anything that we didn't already know from Danny, did we?
I don't believe so. Danny's going into Meyer. He can full clear this.
For a green pendant, for Sahasrara, whom we still haven't found.
He can also, I believe it was the Ice Big was also in here.
Yeah. Sean really needs to get over to Graveyard Ledge.
Unfortunately, an hour 12 in, you still got to use connectors to get to Dark World.
Yeah, until we get a glove.
That's kind of one of the rough things about cross keys. If you ever get one of these seeds where you don't have normal Dark World access for the longest time, and then all of a sudden you get it, you still keep using the connectors to get to Dark World, and you forget that you can use the normal portals to get to Dark World. Oh, Eastern! Sean does not have this big key either.
Oh, and Eastern is our final pendant. We have the map, we know that. So that ice rod is required, so Desert Small is hard required to beat this.
Yeah, that is at least one good piece of good news for Sean is that both runners are going to have to find the desert small. So. So we can start to figure out what we still need. Need to find the fire rod. We need at least one glove. Big key to Turtle Rock, we definitely needed that.
As Danny picks up a small key to Turtle Rock.
We need the Thieves Town Big. We haven't seen that one yet. I think between the runners, that's it.
In terms of keys.
Yeah. Thieves Town Big, Desert Small. And then we also need the Fire Rod.
And a glove.
And a glove, yeah. So 4 items for us to hit no mode, I believe.
Honestly, as long as there's nothing on Armos Knights or Ped, or I guess on Eastern Big Chest, it's not the worst thing for Sean to be in here.
Yeah, there's nothing in the Meyer Big Chest. Yeah, that's where these big keys for Danny could be good or bad. Because if they lead to something in a pendant dungeon, that's good. But if they don't, that's just time loss.
And that TR Big is the only useful thing we found in Eastern without the big key. Oh hey, here's the bomb shop. Desert and Hera, R56. That is a really annoying place for the bomb shop to be if you actually want to bomb open the pyramid.
Oh, Sean's in TR, nothing in the big chest. He can go to Crystal Roller, though. And if he wanted to, he could use that one small to get to Laser Bridge. I don't know if I would, though. If I had two smalls, if I had 2 smalls, I'd do it. If I with one, I don't know. Looks like he's gonna do it. Now here's the tricky part though. If you're Sean, when you get out of here, are you gonna check the connector or are you gonna mirror back to check other chests? I guess depending on. Actually, no. I think this wasn't in a bad spot. I think you just check the connector. You don't have to worry about the mirror back.
Yeah.
Well, Danny has just enough. Well, actually, he had a few extras, but.
Yeah, he got a couple of hits in.
Oh!
Oh my. Okay. So, Vitreous Hard required for the Fire Rod. Yeah, that could be bad for Sean.
Yeah. So, still looking for Thieves Big, Desert Small, and a glove.
Remind me where Meyer Big was? Was that a King's Tomb location?
I don't remember. I was on the pyramid according to our tracker.
Oh, right. In plain sight, the plain sight location that no one ever actually checks.
By the way, shout out to our trackers, Jinxie Girl and Furious Prince.
Well, yeah, absolutely, especially in a mode like this. It is not easy to keep track of things in Entrance Rando. Oh, yeah. Chat reminding us the King's Tomb was pod. I just remember things like, I know something important was there.
Yeah, Sean really needs to go to that area because there's a lot of important stuff in that area. Now, if Sean decided... Sean got another key. I don't remember from where. Maybe he just key stole from the Pokey. But he could walk through this door to get to the front of TR. And that actually... It's rough because he's using another key, but it's good because he's going to get his hammer.
I wonder how Danny's gonna handle this. Like, is he gonna reset and scum the key? I'm guessing not.
Yeah, I don't think he is.
And if he doesn't, we know it won't hurt him.
Oh, he did.
Oh, wow. Okay, then.
Sean's got his hammer, though. And looks like Sean's a little undecisive. Danny going back to grab this small key. Might grab that Ice Palace small as well, again. Sean's on his way to the pyramid. If he go, yep, he's gonna get his Meyer bag, which I'm sure will elicit some groans.
Yeah, and then the question is, does he go back for 2 items? Right, Sean, you already did all the stuff on top of the castle. There's something here worth coming back to. Oh, back of Skull Woods, right. With a bomb jump, we can clear it. And we know it's even in logic, now that he has the Meyer Big. Also, we haven't seen anyone do the second chest in Castle Tower yet, so that could be interesting if he drops down and does that.
One thing I'm going to say these runners do not want to see is the flippers.
At this point, no. Because that would give us all of Swamp.
I don't think they've seen the dam yet, but once they've seen that, yeah, all the Swamp's available.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've seen the dam. And, well, Danny hasn't gotten Swamp Small from Right Side Desert. Those we know he will at some point need to go to Right Side Desert to get his Ice Rod.
Well, that's something good to keep in mind, too, though, is that Swamp Small Right Side Desert, meaning the Desert Small key can't be in Swamp.
Right.
Well, it could be in the first chest of Swamp. Oh, there's a glove!
Oh, finally!
Clippy is not amused.
So that's, of course, going to take Sean farther away from Meyer. Guessing he'll finish up ice now.
Yeah, you're kind of in that phase of the game where you want to just finish dungeons if you can. Danny's not going to be far behind getting that glove. And that'll likely push him to a full clear of ice.
Yeah, which he can do in one go.
So still looking for the Desert Small and the Thieves Big.
Yeah, we are in item no mode now.
Well, potential item no mode. There is still the possibility that we might need mitts. Could also potentially need shovel.
Right.
And that Quake medallion. We have all the items we need to complete dungeons, but not necessarily all the items we need to complete entrances yet.
Right. And there's still plenty of entrances we haven't found. But with the Fire Rod, well, you do now have 2 extra checks in Turtle Rock. You're kind of hoping to see Thieves Big before Desert Small, because if you see Desert Small first, then you start to worry about the off chance that Thieves Big is in the pyramid entrance and you're going to have to hike the bomb all the way over there. So I like this.
Have we seen Catfish?
No, because we didn't have a glove to get here.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was about to say I like what Danny's doing, taking advantage of the glove to do Catfish and Zora.
They could Ancilla here to get into Waterfall.
Certainly got plenty of items for the Ancilla. Oh, didn't quite... Oh, there we go. Oh, except he got hit, and now he's just giving up. You didn't want to do Zora, though, while you were there?
Well, if he got hit, I think he might have... Actually, no, he didn't screen transition.
Yeah, no, it was on the same screen, so he was fine. He could have even tried the Ancilla again. Oh. Oh, right, we saw Meyer. Oh no. But this is Meyer's shed, which we already saw from Sean.
I'm sorry, that clippy face is perfect for some of these finds.
Okay, Danny learning that Eastern is his final pendant and Desert's his other 5/6, so he now has full knowledge.
Yeah. Sean's focused on glove checks, so it's taking him away from that. Taking away from Meyer for now. He does have to go back to Meyer at some point.
Well, and Danny, who's going to be getting his flippers shortly, is probably going to feel a little silly now that he was, you know, spending that time trying to Ancilla.
And this is kind of what I was talking about a little bit earlier. I think Sean might... Well, actually, I don't know if that was faster. I guess it kind of depends. But this is kind of where you finally got regular Dark World access, and you might not fully remember that.
Chat remarking, I haven't even thought about this, that Sean's been able to get around the map a lot faster because Flute was at Hobo. Danny never broke logic to check that. Maybe once he finishes ice and get the flippers, he'll check it. But there's Danny's Desert Big, which actually he hasn't found the back of Desert to steal the small from there, has he?
I think he's found it, but I'm not. I don't know. I guess.
I don't remember him finding it, but it's hard to keep track of everything both of them are doing. Okay, Jinxie Girl's saying he found it.
John's in Pod, which I'm trying to think. Eastern Big is here. I don't remember. Was there anything else?
Can't think of anything. Of course, it would have been nice if he'd done left side GT so he could have an extra pod key and do one of the 2 isolated checks.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
So, hey, while these runners are retracing each other's steps, good time to remind you to give them a follow. You know, these are a couple of the really strong teams in Open League. Amish Paradise, as we said earlier, already clinched playoffs. If they win this, they will clinch a first-round bye. Pug Hunters hasn't technically clinched yet, but it seems very likely they will be going to playoffs. They just need to win 2 of their remaining 4 matches, including this one. So even if they lose, they still can win 2 out of 3 of the remainder. They have an outside chance at the division, but just an outside chance. And there are Danny's flippers. So crystal number 4. And the last one we can actually get right now, as far as we know. I don't think Sean actually walked out Laser Bridge. I saw him bomb it, but I don't think he walked out it, so I don't know where that entrance is. But if we don't have access to that entrance, then we can't do Trinex even with the Ice Rod. And meanwhile, Danny, even if he found the back of Desert, he did not steal the key, so he's not going to know about his Ice Rod. I guess that could be an out for Sean, though I'm trying to figure out under what scenarios that would actually be an out. The fact that he has the Ice Rod and can do Trinex. I mean, it'll tell him that the Desert Small isn't behind Trinex. I guess if we found a Thieves Big, he'd know that the Desert Small isn't in the back of Thieves. Nothing big in Spike Cave. Just $300, but Danny is working his way out. And he has the beeping on normal speed, too. Who does normal speed beeping? Yes, Danny, you already found Hotel Mario there. Always fun doing Bumper Cave in reverse with the hook shot like that and cross keys. Oh, so JP, you missed it, but Danny went into Desert, and we saw that even if he found the back of Desert, he hadn't stolen the small key from the back, so he doesn't know about the Ice Rod yet.
Fair enough. So, chat does bring up an interesting point. Cackwell is available. 5 checks. Which is actually just to the left of where Sean is.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about Sank and Back of Escape drop down.
Sean, yep, Sean's going for it.
But I would say overall, Danny has an advantage until Sean goes back to Meyer and gets his Fire Rod.
I'd agree with that. There's Quake for 2 more entrances. Oh, there's the Mitts. There's the Big Key to Hera.
Here are Big Key is just some one-offs, but Mitts lets us do Smith Chain. Can't remember where Smith's is, though.
Smith is in the back of the woods.
Oh, okay. So not too bad of a hike. Oh! Here's Laser Bridge entrance, so, Danny could do Trinex if he had stolen the Desert Small from the back. Whereas Sean will need to find another TR Small, since he burned his 1 TR Small going to Laser Bridge internally. Maybe talking to Saha will remind Sean that he should go back to Meyer.
It's not the worst thing to be doing a TR Small. Because if I've only found 1, it means there's 3 more in the pool out there.
Right.
Yeah, still the same spot we've been in for what, the last 15, 20 minutes, needing Desert Small, Thieves Big for no mode.
Yep.
Danny's gonna get his mitts. It looks like Sean's gonna check the TR entrance. Oh, this entrance as well.
Ah, you don't want your 50 rupees from the thief?
Oh, Sean's still got a lot of GT to explore.
He will get tempered out of this. Interesting question whether he'll try to do right side out of logic. And since we've seen no sign of silvers, tempered is a pretty nice thing to have.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh, and Danny's gonna be the first to show us Firelocked side of Turtle Rock. So many 1 or 2 off locations we're stuck with now.
That's always how it tends to be.
Because we could go back to Hera Big. We could check one of the 2 one-offs in Pod.
That's a vanilla key.
Well, that'll help Sean.
This is likely chomps for Danny.
Right, he did Lava Chest, but then never went and did Chomps.
And that's the thing I think we've all done about 100 times. You're not supposed to swing at them, but you always want to swing at them.
Was in the wrong place.
Yeah, what haven't we haven't seen right side GT yet. Danny tried to sequence break it, but bailed.
Right, but Danny could now do it without a sequence break if he wanted to. I mean, 4 items makes it one of the denser locations we haven't seen yet.
Yep. What else do we have? We've seen it.
Second chest castle tower.
It's like I thought one of them went back and checked that.
Did they?
I think Danny might have. We do have 2 more checks in Eastern. We didn't see the big chest or the boss. Swamp, until we find the dam, can't do anything there. And we don't have a lot for checks. We got some entrances that open by Mitts and by Quake.
Okay, Sean's not going to try the bomb jump on right side GT.
Is this Danny going back in?
Yeah, and Sean's going to open TR entrance.
So yeah, 4 items here. Well, let's see if Sean finds anything at the TR entrance. Ice Arcade, okay.
An item.
A key to Pod. Well, Sean should have enough keys, I think, at this point to go back into Pod and check the 2 chests he left behind.
Yeah, that should be his 5th, because he did also get the one in Rando Room going through there just now.
Nothing on right side GT.
What, a riot shield isn't something?
Well, it's something. Oh, Sean's going back into Meyer. This is really good for him.
Okay, good. He'll probably be kicking himself a bit, but better late than never. And yeah, he would first need to get that vanilla TR small before he could beat Trinex.
Danny's also going to pick up the Pod small. So that, like I said, there are 2 checks back in Pod. Also, I forgot about this. We've got the Hera Big Chest and Hera basement. I think also we might have the Skullwoods big. I don't think I ever saw the Skullwoods big chest.
No, neither of them went back for that. They've
What?
both had the big key for a while.
Actually, I'm not sure if Danny has it. I don't think it's on his tracker, or it's on the tracker here.
I feel like he collected it, but I'm not totally sure. Could have sworn he did.
Okay, our tracking confirming he did get it. I trust our trackers more than I trust my own mind in these scenes. Because we gotta talk and keep track of things. They just have to keep track of things. And then just correct us when we say something stupid.
Which is often.
Yes. Danny setting up to maybe do a Smith chain check. We have not seen that either.
Yeah, we also relatedly have not seen Hammerpeg's entrance.
John's gonna get his fire rod.
I wonder where the other two TR smalls are. It is kind of curious that we have... Oh, no.
That's something... Well, for Danny, that's not terrible right now because he doesn't have the swamp small yet.
Where was the... Oh, that was on right side desert, right.
And if Sean finds this, he may not be tempted to dive desert until he's found the swamp small, if he's tracking his logic.
You mean dive swamp until he's found the desert small?
Yeah. I might have said something different, and if I did, I don't even know what I said.
You said it backwards.
Okay.
Oh, and welcome to our 86 Raiders from SpeedGaming 2. We have a pretty tight cross keys race going on here.
Yeah, right now, still looking for 2 items. These runners are pretty much even. We're looking for the Desert Small and the Thieves Big. Those are the 2 big items we still need. As Danny's heading... Oh, is he going to key steal? Or is he... Oh, he's got the big key. Oh, is he going to complete this or key steal? He's going to complete it.
Wow, okay. So, he is definitely locked out of Swamp for a while. Well, other than the first chest. Imagine if Thieves Big is the first chest of Swamp.
Now, just a reminder of what's on the line here. Amish Paradise is playing for playoff seeding. They are guaranteed playoffs at this point. Is Sean not going to mirror and check Zora?
Yeah, what's going... Yeah, I mean, I don't get what's been keeping these runners from Zora. Zora gets no love.
You got an entrance and 2 items in the Zora area.
And it's not like he's short on cash.
Yeah, I don't get it. Well, I guess he might do Ice Palace or Ice Rat area, and then he could go to Zora from there. Oh, got a small key. Oh, this is gonna be desert. Of course not.
But logically, that means that completion of Pod is behind Desert Small.
But yeah, so I was saying, Danny just Amish Paradise is just playing for playoff positioning, and Pug Hunters are playing for a playoff spot. They're currently in a wild card spot, but not over. The season still has too much to go still.
Actually, that's really useful information because we know those 2 one-offs in Pod can't be Desert Small.
That's true, but they could still be thieves big.
Right. I think we want the thieves big before we get the desert small.
Ideally. Honestly, since Sean's checked the right side of desert, I kind of feel like he's in a better spot right now. As long as he doesn't dip swamp before it's logical.
Okay, Sean checking Ice Palace entrance. This will be new information. Mimic Cave.
Okay. Meanwhile, this could be big if there's something in Hera basement.
It's not like Hera. Oh my! I was about to say, it's not like Hera basement didn't, like, determine the race you called last night.
And it might determine the race I call today.
Now that Thieves Big is a big deal for Danny. Another crystal and 4 checks.
Well, 3. We don't have the thieves small.
Oh, right, we still don't. Which means that logically, Thieves isn't completable.
Well, we don't need that.
Right.
What's on the... Okay, nothing on the ledge.
A vanilla piece of heart? I'm shocked.
So I wonder if Danny's gonna go straight to Thieves Town. Oh, he's gonna get his flute.
Zora was garbage for all that. I guess things are most likely to be garbage because we're no mode -1. Danny still doesn't know about Ice Rod. Sean doesn't know about that Thieves Big or where to get another TR small. To answer chat, Desert Small cannot be on Trinex because Ice Rod was logically behind Desert Small.
I think this is a new entrance check.
Yeah. And Sean remembers to take down the murder dactyl. Everyone's seen a runner get bodied, casting Quake here and forgetting to take down the murder dactyl first.
Oh wait, Danny's at 18 hearts.
Brewery, haven't seen that yet, but just arrows.
I always like to use hearts as like kind of a gauge of how much the runners have checked.
Well, we know there's a heart container at Green Pendant turn, and Sean hasn't turned in the Green Pendant yet. Oh! Accidentally stepping back into his portal right after lifting the rock. At least the rock stays lifted.
Sean, oh, I think this is a trip back into TR.
I'm always amused by the trombone on the mirror portal in this MSU.
Oh, nope, I'm wrong. This is Spike Cave. We have not seen this either.
Danny did it.
Oh.
It was 300. But hey, enough hearts to just cheese Spike Cave. And like Danny, Sean will walk out of Spike Cave. Danny finding Mimic Cave, which we know is nothing. I'm surprised he hasn't gone to Thieves Town. Is he worried about the logic of not having the small key?
Maybe. What's... Okay. This might be... Might be Smith chain for Sean. Or maybe not.
Our tracker reminding us that Danny's been getting all these hearts, but he turned down red mail.
Oh, Skullwood's big chest.
Oh yeah, this is another one we haven't seen yet. Oh, well, there's Sean's 17th heart, so now we're good. We know Sean needs to go back to Hera. Okay, there's Sean's 18th heart. We're tied up on the heart count again.
And this looks like the trip back into GT for Sean. Nope, never mind. He's going back into pod. Or no, he's going in the front of the TR. Hey, there's a Smokey to TR.
Yeah. So then he'll be able to do Trinex.
Oh no, it was Danny that found it, so... Oh yeah, he's gonna find it small in the front, in the side of TR, so yeah. He could go kill Trinex now. He knows he won't find the Desert Small there, but he could find... Well, as far as he knows, he could find the Thieves Big.
Right. And in either case, he needs to do it eventually. But yeah, just to recap for those of you who might be turning in, Desert Small is our... the last item both runners still need. In Danny's case, he needs it to get to right side desert because that's where the ice rod is. In Sean's case, he stole the one under the pot to get to right side desert for the ice rod, so he needs it to get to Landmo. And now we're going to see the back of Thieves.
Sean's up to 19 hearts. He won't get 20 because he's skipped at least one heart piece.
And I'm pretty sure, yeah, Sean does have 5 pod smalls total because he's sitting on 2, so he can do both of these one-offs, though we know that it can't be a desert small. Actually, he must know... No, because there was... The last pod small was on Landmo, so Sean doesn't know that, so he doesn't know that Desert Small can't be behind Shovel, for instance.
Yeah, so he's not going to find anything here. I think the best thing he could potentially find is... Well, even if he found the Thieves Town small, then that would just eliminate the Thieves Town big chest.
I mean, the best thing he could find here are silvers. Because Danny's not coming here. Actually, maybe Danny would come here looking for Ice Rod, not knowing it's behind Desert Small. Okay, is this Sean going over to Laser Bridge now?
I think so. Small key to desert.
Oh! So we are in no mode. And that means that everything Sean needs is behind Hera Basement.
He's gonna take out Trinex, which is fine.
But, yeah, I think the clock's ticking.
Yeah, it's now just a question of when does Danny go to Desert Right.
Kind of getting a bit low on health in the blind fight, but he can tank so many hits, and now he has a butter sword too.
So that is Danny's 6th crystal. Sean is going to get his 5th.
That's... Oh yeah, that is Danny's 6th, right, because he actually did beat Desert.
Oh, chat bringing up something interesting. Danny starts going to Eastern.
Oh, I forgot he didn't have the Turtle Rock Big this whole time.
But even if he finds... If he goes to right side deserts, that could actually be really bad for Danny. If he goes right side deserts and then goes into swamp, that could be really bad for him.
Right, because as far as he's concerned, the TR Big could be anywhere. I don't think there was anything of importance in the big chest. So this does give Sean some amount of time to get back to Hera.
Yeah, Danny's going for right side desert right now. So really, what's going to be decided here is, I think Danny knows where Swamp is. I still think Danny might be in the better position because of where the TR Big or Thieves Town Big is, but
yeah, though Swamp has more items than Eastern.
yeah, it's basically if Danny goes to Eastern sometime soon, he's in the driver's seat. If he goes to Swamp first, then Sean has time.
But even then, it's a matter of how soon does Sean go back to Hera? Oh, no, this is GT. Okay, he's doing right side. I couldn't remember if this was GT or Hera. Where was Hera? I remember both runners found it pretty early.
I feel like it was behind a connector. I don't remember where, though. Sean or Danny not turning in the... Oh, no, he's just going to take a slightly faster route. Hera's on Old Man Cave, so it's just basically a flute to 1 then. Or is it the bottom of Old Man Cave then?
I think it was top of Old Man Cave. The other item that would be really bad for either of them now would be the GT Big.
Oh yeah, that would be horrible. This is the swamp dive for Danny.
Oh boy. And statistically speaking, GT Big is probably in here.
Yeah. So Danny's potentially going down a rabbit hole. So Sean's got time. But I think he's going to do Smith.
He might still be here a while.
And you got to think Danny's going to full clear this at this point. I guess he might do Argus first, but well, it's a pendant, so you could pretty much do it either way, and I think you'd be justified. But I will say for Sean, there is a risk that if he finds the dam, he might dip Swamp hoping for the Thieves Big. Ideally he would just follow logic, but you never know this late into a seed. Big key to GT.
Oh, well, we were saying it was likely to be there. Skipping left side. I guess when you're one item from go mode, that's the normal way to play it.
Yeah, you're going for the density first. Sean is gonna go do hammer pegs, which will give him the dam.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Sean's big thing right now, he needs to follow logic. Here's our last, I think that was our last TR small.
Oh, right. Sean has to know if he's been following logic that Desert Small cannot be behind Swamp Small.
Yeah, my one thought there is if he thinks Thieves Town Big could be in Swamp.
Still, you're 2 items from go mode.
Yeah, 2 items for go mode, you might want to stick with logic for now.
Yeah, better to go where either of the items could be. This has been quite the race. Like, Danny took an relatively early lead when he found the fire rod on Vitreous, while Sean went into Mire without the big key at first. But then Sean caught up from that, and then looked like Danny was going to hit go mode, except that he doesn't have the Turtle Rock Big because he never found Eastern, which I believe was Mimic Cave entrance.
He's not going back in, but I think he's going to go to GT.
Hookshot Cave was the connector that got us to Mimic Cave, right? Or Bumper Cave, but yeah, it was either Hookshot Cave or Bumper Cave that got us to that area.
Oh no.
But Danny pulling checking pad?
Sean?
This
better be a first check.
Please.
Oh no.
I mean, the first chest, okay, fine, but
He's dipping this thinking Thieves Town Big could be here.
still, what? Sticking to logic is,
Does he? The only thing I can think of is maybe he doesn't even remember at this point where he found the Swamp Small. I mean, when you get this late into a seed, you might start forgetting things like that.
Yeah, you gotta be taking notes if that's the case. Always agonizing when we've been sitting in no mode forever. We know what the players need to do, and they're just not doing it.
Yeah, basically, at this point, Danny needs to find Eastern to get the TR Big. Sean needs to go back to Hera Basement for the Thieves Town Big, which will lead him to the Desert Small. And there's the big key to GT for Sean. Let's hope he doesn't follow that, too.
Yeah, it's just... I don't know. When you're 2 items from go mode and one of the 2 items is logically location restricted, I feel like you should be following that logic and then hope you find the other on the way, which in this case you would.
Yeah, basically the one item he's looking for locks the other. But, yeah. Looks like Danny's going back into pod.
Now, logically, Swamp was required for those TR smalls.
True. Alright, so Sean gonna finish up or grab the swamp pendant. Will he go back in? He's going back in.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is the agonizing part is viewers just like we're begging them to go where they need to go.
At least in Danny's case, there's no logic telling him where the TR big could or couldn't be, so, he has the right to go anywhere, we just know where it is.
And I think nope, he's gonna go get purple chest.
To answer chat, Eastern is at Mimic Cave.
Double check coming for Danny.
And I forget whether Hookshot Cave or Bumper Cave was the connector that got us there, but it was a relatively early connector.
Small key to Tyrol Castle.
Hey, now we know it's not an Agaseed, right?
Yeah. Alright, Sean, where are you going? Clue to 3.
Or wait a minute, what was it? This Spec Rock connector that got us to Mimic Cave. It was.
Oh.
I knew it was some connector we found pretty early.
And yeah, Danny's on the path to go mode. It was the second chest of Eastern.
The thing about cross keys is there tends to be very little time between go mode and GG.
And okay, I was gonna say, it looks like Sean was thinking there for a moment. Yeah, Sean is at this point he's way too far behind. He's got to get to Hera, do the Hera basement, clear Thieves Town, clear the rest of Desert, and there's go mode for Danny. Danny just has to basically run to Trinex and then run to Ganon.
Oh, meanwhile, Sean's gonna do the rest of Eastern because he never came in here with the big key. This is at least in logic for Sean. Yeah, this is going to be really fast because Ganon's at Useless Ferry. So we'll head right over there after this.
So assuming this holds up, Amish Paradise will be the first team to 10 wins in the Tower of Hera division. That should lock up the top seed for them in their division.
Yep, I believe that will make them the first team to clinch a first-round bye in the Open League.
Elk Hunters, meanwhile, they're still in good shape for a wildcard spot, or a playoff spot in general.
Well, at least Sean now knows that Moth is in logic. Oh! I guess Blind wasn't in logic until we finished off Trinex. But since Desert Small was in Blind Cell, that's in logic without the Thieves Small.
Ganon was just on the next screen. Well, that was a bit of a shock.
the horns.
Yeah.
I wonder where the silvers were.
GT, most likely.
Probably. Did you find the arrows in my tower?
Easy 1-on-1 with Gold Sword. No silvers, so yeah, he's gonna have to do 12 spins in the final phase.
Oh, and now Sean is going back into Hera too late. Which means this might have been close if he hadn't done Swamp.
I still think Danny'd be ahead.
Probably, because Hera Basement does take some time.
Oh, they're the Thieves Town Big Chest!
Wow. So either way, Danny wouldn't have gotten them, because if he had TR Big and finished off Trinex, Desert Small would have put him in... Oh no, he wouldn't have known that Desert Small was his go mode, never mind. So he would have gotten them. Oh.
A little too early.
Yeah. Wouldn't be a real Ganon fight if you didn't accidentally turn him blue on on Silverless. And I'm pretty sure Danny still has some goo left. But down goes Ganon anyway. Get your GGs in.
And there's the done with the time of 2:18:01.
Right as Sean finds his Thieves Town Big, which, if he takes it to Thieves Town, he'll be done pretty quickly.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's gonna do at this point.
He's running out of locations.
Because your biggest densest checks at this point are 4 items in Thieves Town versus 4 items on the GT climb.
We can get Danny in here for an interview. Okay, Danny's in the waiting room, and here he is, our winner, Danny Music. GG.
Hello. Thank you.
That was quite a race. We were in no mode for quite a while, just waiting to see which one of you would finally put everything together.
Yeah. I think the decision that ended up saving it for me was I was originally going to do the Gannis Tower climb. I was in the process of going through Spiral Cave again to go up to that way. And then I just decided, it's like, you know what? If I go up the climb, then not only is that a huge investment, but I'm also going to want to check the Gannis Tower big chest, which I had isolated before, which is another time sink. And in the meantime, I know that Eastern Palace is out there somewhere, and I know that I still have 2 more items in Palace of Darkness. So I decided in the moment that I was going to do everything but the GT climb first, and that ended up being the right choice in the end.
And Sean just got his go mode at 221.
No silvers for Sean either.
Yeah.
That was very rude. I even waited on going into Thieves Town after finding the big key, specifically because I wanted to check a whole bunch of entrances, maybe find Eastern Palace, maybe get that small key ahead of time. And nope, it did not end up that way.
But, yeah, I guess one of your big early plays that helped give you a lead relatively early on was full clearing Meyer, even though you knew it was a pendant.
I figured that something was in Meyer, given that I had all 3 small keys plus the big key, and I had just found the lamp atop the floating island, so it was pretty convenient to get down to Meyer. I also had the Tempered Sword and Magic Cape at that point, so I knew that Vitreous wasn't going to be an issue. So, it ended up being Fire Locked Fire, so that was kind of funny.
You mean logically because of Dark Mire?
Yeah, I believe that Fire Rod was on Vitreous specifically.
It was. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't some hard lock somewhere that I was forgetting.
Yeah, I guess you could have theoretically gone in without the lamp, but that would have been rough.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the item placements were pretty nice once you guys got the mirror. That seemed like the big key to unlocking a lot of the seed.
Yeah, I felt a bit behind in the early game because I was going through a bunch of connectors, hoping that one of them might lead to where the hookshot was. But then pretty much as soon as I found the mirror, which I think was in the front of Thieves Town, I'm like, all right, I'm immediately going to grab this hookshot, and then we'll see what happens. But I was prioritizing going through connectors a lot more in this seed than I generally would normally, especially given that we didn't have, like, a glove for a pretty long time. So that made me a bit nervous about my early game routing.
Yeah, that glove was pretty crazy. Mothula, right?
Yep, it was on Mothula, and then it ended up being glove-locked glove, too, because the other one was in Kakariko Well, which was at the Sanctuary drop-down.
So just because it's getting kind of late here, we're going to try to get Sean in as well while he's still on the Ganon fight on the restream.
Sounds good.
But yeah, that glove was pretty crazy because we were talking. You also got to the hammer sooner. That was a good one for you. TR front.
Oh yeah, the one chest that I could get from TR front at the time. The TR small keys were pretty stingy in the early game too. I was expecting to just like find a TR small key somewhere, and then since the right of TR, the dungeon, was right outside Link's house, then at the point I would find a TR small key, then I'd be willing to go through the right side and then go see where the TR front would let out, but it didn't end up happening that way because the TR small keys were so elusive.
Yeah. And we are joined by Sean Rhapsody, GG.
GG.
Yeah, it was. I was telling Danny, we were in no mode for a long time and just waiting to see which one of you would piece it all together first.
Well, as they say, rando sucks sometimes. It's just... that was rough.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of interesting because Danny used the Desert Small to do Landmos and then didn't know about Ice Rod for a long time. You used the Desert Small to do right side, but then couldn't do Landmos.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, I set up a scum for it after dipping Mire, I think it was. And then got both the Swamp Small and the Ice Rod. I was like, even though I didn't know the info yet, I'm like, that's hard to give up for now. So, and then I just prayed that at least one of them was a crystal.
Yeah, pretty unlikely that both are going to be pendants. And get your GGs in as Ganon explodes on the restream.
GG, restream Sean.
Yeah, I had a hard time wanting to go back to Hera though, just for 2 checks like that. I mean, wasn't hard to get to, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the one surprise was since the Swamp Small was behind the Desert Small that you went into Swamp anyway.
Yeah, but I was still looking for the TT big key though, and that could have been in there. That was the problem.
Yeah, it's tough. And of course the Desert Small was behind the TT Big.
Yeah, I knew the Desert Small wasn't going to be in Swamp, and I also then knew it wasn't going to be on the GT climb. But Thieves Town Big could have been either one of those spots. So that was definitely the unfortunate thing of them being the one big key I needed.
Naturally. But, I mean, you guys are certainly still in this at 7-4. I think we determined 9 games will clinch anyone at least a wild card. 9 wins, rather, so as long as you guys win 2 of your last 3, you're in fine shape.
Here's hoping.
And, of course, Danny, GG on making your team the first team in all of Open League to clinch a first-round bye.
Thank you. I didn't realize that would be the circumstances that I was playing for until... I think it wasn't revealed until earlier today with the NDA versus Blue Goo match.
Right, exactly. That NDA loss made it what you were playing for.
Yeah, that was a super exciting stake to be thrown on it. So I'm glad that I was able to get the win, and now we know.
And knowing is half the battle?
Yeah, the other half of the battle is something about like a guy with a green hat who runs around collecting items that are placed in a random order.
or occasionally Yellow Hat. You definitely didn't want that red mail.
I did not want that red mail. I didn't have the mirror, and red mail makes it so hard to death warp if you wind up getting 1,000,000 hearts before finding the mirror. I passed it up this time around.
Yeah, Sean did have a death warp that took a little bit even on 5 hearts with red mail. But at the same time, only 5 hearts.
Yeah. That early, I was like, you know what, I'll go ahead and grab it, why not? Because you never know when you're going to get dumped in the Dark World anyway.
Yeah, and then fortunately for you guys, so much of the seed was locked behind Mirror anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's all for me. JP, do you have anything for the runners?
I don't think so. Like I said, you covered it pretty well there. both teams. I mean, Amish Redis gets a bye. Pug Hunter's still in really good shape for playoffs, so you know, I think this was definitely one of those rando seeds because it literally did just come down to who goes to the right location first.
Definitely. Well, and like Sean, it was a very timely play for you to go back to Meyer and do Vidi because, like, we thought Danny had a lead that would just grow once he got the fire rod, but he didn't really find anything after that for quite a while, so that kind of gave you time to catch up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was another thing. I tried the right side Ganon's Tower sequence break with the lamp for such a long time and didn't end up getting it in the end. So that was one of the other things that made me feel a bit like on edge about how I was doing in this seed. And then after finding the fire rod, I'm just like a little bit vindicated in that it was the right play to make, but at the same time, it's just like then I would have to go up to Ganon's Tower again in order to actually check that, and I could have had it to begin with, so it was a little mixed bag of emotions.
I had thought about it, but I didn't want to burn a key and then not be able to do it, so I just passed on it this time around.
Yeah, I had one key when I entered Ganon's Tower to do the left side, and then a second key was on after Ice Armos, so that was kind of what inspired me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I guess that also reminded me, Danny, I guess one thing that let you get through the seed a little faster was you were able to full clear Meyer and Ice in one go.
Oh yeah, I dipped both of those. Took me a while to get that hammer, actually, because I never went to the front of TR just through that entrance. I ended up going through the middle and burning my only key to get there.
Yeah, the TR keys were pretty stingy this time around.
That was the other thing that was taking me forever to find, was another one of them, so I could actually beat TR.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up finding the French vanilla one in the front. That was actually my key that let me beat it, and then ended up finding both the other ones later.
Yeah, I think that was also Danny's second TR small.
I believe it. I don't know.
But yeah, for those of us on the East Coast, it's 1:45 in the morning, so we should probably wrap here. But GG again to both of you. Good luck with your last few races. Are you guys both racing next week, or taking the week off, or what?
I'm sure I'm probably doing at least one.
Yep, next week, Zero Nix is going to be doing both, and Dapper Wormman and I are each going to do one of the co-op Randomizer. And then Dapper is also playing Cross Keys against Solski on Sunday.
Well, of course, good luck to your respective teammates in that match, and good luck to both of you with Randomizer next week.
Thank you. And thank you so much to the crew for getting this one on the air. I hope it was exciting for all of y'all to watch and commentate and track. It was pretty exciting to play.
Yeah, it worked out pretty nicely because, there was only one invitational match today, and this was a fairly consequential open match, so why not fit it in? But yeah, once again, please do give our runners a follow. Thank you guys so much for joining us in here, too. And of course, thanks again to our trackers, Jinxie Girl and Furious Prince, and JP, always a pleasure. We seem to do a lot of these late night calls together.
Yeah, I was like, that's when I'm mostly available is late night.
And let's see what's on the schedule for tomorrow at this point. Okay, next race, bright and early, 9:10 a.m. We have Zelga Desan of the Eastern Skippers versus FaZe of the Turtle Rock Bonkers on Speed Gaming 2. So, if you're up bright and early and want to check out a race in about 7.5 hours, there you go. And then also another early one, half an hour later, Ninjembro versus Ramond on Speed Gaming 4. So yeah, do give all the Speed Gaming channels a follow, and also the ALTTPR League and the ALTTPR League 2 and through 4, which we broadcast some of the races that we can't fit onto Speed Gaming.
Yeah. And thanks to you guys. Thanks to everyone. Trackers, yeah. Think do it for us for tonight. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.